Do I have to ask it? Do I have to say it? Is it time to talk about moving on from the big fella? Is it time? Kind of think it might be. I know it's not an easy proposition. I know it's not an easy process, pun intended, but it might be time. This might be the last day we talk about the Sixers for a while going forward. So strap in, buckle in, bring your opinions. Trending in the AM, we're live in 30 seconds.
Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 woo!
And a very good morning, everybody, and welcome to Trending in the AM right here live on the STT Sports Network. We're live on YouTube and Twitter, guys. Make sure you do me those favors and hit those buttons, the like button, the subscribe button, the share button, the retweet button, and most importantly, the comment buttons to get your opinions in, to get your opinions heard. Your opinions actually matter here on Trending in the AM. So, guys, do that. Like, share, subscribe. Follow, do it all, guys. I'd greatly, greatly appreciate it. I am Phil Stiefel, your host at Bearded Knowledge on all social media platforms. You can find me there as well and shoot me a follow. I'd greatly appreciate it. We got to talk about Joel Embiid. We got to do it again. Oops, we're doing it again. And, you know, I hate cliches. I do. I really do. But the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and 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 over again, expecting different results. And the definition of insanity part 2 is Joel Embiid. And guys, you guys know me. You guys have been watching this show for 3+ years. You know I am not a jump off the deep end guy. You know I'm a guy that said countless times, I'm going down with the Joel Embiid ship. And honestly, I pre-set up this show before the Sixers game last night. So when I set up this show, I didn't think Joel Embiid was playing last night because he was doubtful with another illness. Joel Embiid and sick, go figure. But at what point is enough enough? At what point is it too late and it's time to start panicking on this season? At what point do we have to realize that Joel Embiid, we're just never going to win a title here in Philly with him being the number one guy? And this team has been built horrendously. I'm at a loss for words. I want to talk Eagles, and we're going to talk Eagles a lot the rest of this week, and probably after today, nonstop moving forward. Because the Eagles on a trajectory, a collision course with the Lions for the Super Bowl. But I got to get this Joel Embiid and to trade him, and I am fed up. I'm tired. I'm over it. Off my chest today. So let's dive right into some comments that are already piling up. For a hoops team, the Sixers have a lot of wideouts on this team. Here, Judd's in the house. He's never in the house, but he's here today for the Embiid hate this beautiful. It is a beautiful morning. But yes, there is going to be some Joel Embiid banter. I won't call it hate banter because I still love the big dude. I still wish nothing for the best for him. But I'm tired of it. It's the same song and dance every day, every week, all the time, nonstop. Will he play? Won't he play? Will he have good energy? Will he not have good energy? Will he mope? Will he do the DX chop? What? Who? It's not just is Joel Embiid healthy or not, but which one of his 6 personalities is going to show up every day? I'm tired of it. Lump ass, Yabu, lump ass. Yeah, you got something going on with their asses on this team, Nooms. I don't want to get into details of why you're looking at all their asses. The Sixers are awful. They are awful. My man Jim, the realtor, last night, texted me middle of the game that don't worry, don't freak out. We got to trust the process. And my head literally exploded when he said that to me in a private message. The Sixers are awful. And everyone keeps saying, well, they're only 3 games out of the 3 seed. Well, then they were only 3 games out of the 4 seed. They're only 4 games out of the 6th seat. Now they're only 4 games out of the 8th seat. And it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Paul George has played 7 games now. He's shooting 28% from 3, not even averaging 18 points a game. Is that what $200 million gets you? The Sixers are awful. Straight up awful. You got people debating who's to blame, who's not to blame. I hate to break it to you, everybody's to blame. That's not Nick Nurse's fault. Yeah, it's Nick Nurse's fault. It's not Daryl Morey's fault. Yeah, it's Daryl Morey's fault. It's not Joel Embiid's fault. Yes, it is. It's not Kyle Lowry. It is. It's not Yabusele's fault. It's everybody's fault. There's not one person outside of Jared McCain free of blame right now. Wait, I've been watching you for 3 years. Now that is insane. If you've been here for over 3 years, yes, that is insanity that you haven't gotten tired of my shtick in 3 years. I hope JoJo Barry Carroll doesn't have malaria. Dude, that dude, Joel Embiid, is sicker more frequently than anybody I've ever heard or known. Nick Nurse is wretched. Dude, I don't know if I talked about it on the show. I talked about it with somebody. I went back to before last season, the moment the news broke that Nick Nurse was the coach, and I was rereading all the comments that I made about how hyped I was for Nick Nurse as the head coach of the Sixers team. But God, not one thing in that tweet that I made that day, that breaking news tweet, has come true with this team. Duck says, I think Embiid needs to go to another team where he can get a new start. It's been shown in the Olympics that he's not a guy, but can support the game. Duck, that is why I'm asking, is it time to trade or talk about trading Joel Embiid? Now, some people are telling me you can't trade him because he just signed an extension. I don't know if you can or can't. I thought after a certain point of the season, maybe you can. Maybe you just shut Joel down and get him 100% healthy and then trade him. But we are not going anywhere with this squad built the way it is. Yeah, and I agree so much that Joel just needs to be the second or third guy. Now, can Joel handle that? Maybe. Maybe in a certain situation he can. Here in Philly, he can't handle that. Zach's saying Embiid is so underrated. Joel Embiid is not underrated. He's one of the greatest players in Philadelphia 76ers history. He's one of the best players in the NBA when he plays, when he's motivated, when the right personality comes forward. The problem is you never know what, when, why, where you're getting from the big guy. It's mostly on Morey who signs these stupid... Look, signing Paul George, I said it before we signed him. I didn't want Paul George in that contract here. I said it after he signed, when he said he preferred Golden State. If Daryl Morey was smart, Daryl Morey would be calling Golden State right now and being like, yo, as soon as he's available for a trade, do you want him? I'll give him to you. Daryl Morey is to blame on Kyle Lowry, on Paul George, on Joel Embiid's extension. I'm bringing in all these players. Bringing in Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon's dog trash. Daryl Morey, you know, Doc, I'm not a Daryl Morey guy. It all starts at the absentee top. Absolutely. Josh Harris probably don't even know what's going on with the Sixers right now. He's a Washington guy now. He's the only sports owner that owns 3 teams in 3 competing cities that are direct rivalries to each other in sports. In the Devils, the Sixers, and the Commanders. It's ludicrous. Josh Harris don't give a rat's ass about anything but showing up to the white party and showing up to the Commanders, whatever the stadium's called these days. Good morning, Joe. Good to see you in the comments today. It's coming out of the half where they go ice cold. It's like the whole team and staff take a nap during halftime break. It's funny. I couldn't watch the entire game. I was, the start of the game is right at 7:30 where I was closing up the shop. So I got home at halftime. But I'm listening to it in the car, and I see they're up like 19. Then I get home. I let the dogs out. I get changed. I record the Eagles check down for the Pinpull Podcast Network. I get upstairs. I turn the TV on. It's the third quarter. Boom, they're down. It's like, what the hell? Most teams make halftime adjustments to get better in the second half of sporting events. The Sixers seem to do the opposite. They make adjustments to lose the game, probably because they're trying to tank for Cooper Flag. It's actually not as bad as it seems. TJ, please explain how it's not as bad as it seems. Because right now, in my eyes, this is a complete and total utter disaster right now for the Sixers. And don't give me it's early in the season, because it ain't early. Not at all early in the season. There's a path where this team ain't making the playoffs. You're going to have to get to 40 wins. They're 2-11. There's a path where they don't make the playoffs. Not at all. Of course, it ain't as bad as it seems. There's no way they practice with these lineups as primary. Come on. Paul George has played 7 games now. Yeah, they're missing guys constantly, but this was supposed to be the best built team that we've seen. The best built team. Yeah, Caleb Martin forgot how to shoot all of a sudden. Eric Gordon's washed. Kyle Lowry is washed. If it wasn't for Jared McCain, this team would be, I don't even want to know what this team would be like. Morey isn't a basketball guy. He's a GM by hype levels. Yeah, I mean, when has Daryl Morey ever done on anything successfully? Daryl Morey is the most overrated executive in NBA by a long shot. We could be 1-12. It could be. We could be 0-13 right now too. So it could be worse. But 2-11. I laid it out for you guys yesterday. 2-11. You got to get to 40 wins. That's what, 40 and 42. So that means they got to go 38 and 31 the rest of the year. Tell me how they're going to do that when Joel Embiid's only going to play half those games. And even when he plays, it doesn't mean anything. Phil, you are the guy to let the dogs out. I'm the guy to let the dogs out. I am not. I don't always. Mostly the wife. I just try to help out when I can, where I can. I got a lot to do when I get home. You have to feel awful for Jared McCain. I think I feel great for Jared McCain because Jared McCain is having the opportunity to show out and show up who he is. And he's not letting the dreck around him change him. He is playing his ass off. He looks, I didn't see that. Nooms, where did he look like he was losing hope? Man, I don't want that kid losing any hope yet. He's the future of this team. The future of this franchise. This team is unwatchable, Big Al says. Unwatchable. Big Al, you ain't wrong about that. I even turned on the Cowboys last night on Monday Night Football at a moment because I couldn't watch the Sixers anymore. Then I went back because I couldn't watch the Cowboys either. But it is unwatchable. It's dreadful. It's an embarrassment. It really straight is. A complete and total, utter embarrassment. What they put out on the court every single night. Yo, notification didn't work. Yo, that ain't my fault that your phone didn't notify you. 2-11, that's terrible. Can you imagine the uproar? What would be the equivalent of a 2-11 start in the NBA to the Eagles? I got to write this down unless somebody could do the math. 2-11 in NBA, question mark in NFL. What would that mean? I got to figure out the percentage of the season and the winning percentage and figure that out. If the Eagles had this kind of a start, we'd be fire this guy, sell off this guy, trade this guy. This guy sucks. It feels like a chore to watch. And I don't have to watch the games, at least some of every game. I got to be able to come on here and talk with you guys every morning. Although I'm telling you, after today, after this trade Joel Embiid time question, we might just stick straight to Eagles. And if there's breaking Phillies news ever in the free agency, that's it. We might stay minimal on Sixers talk the rest of this year after this. Because there ain't no point. We could fall in love with Gershon Yabusele all over again. There's another thing. Like, I'm not a Yabusele guy. I know he's played well. I think he's played above his level. He hasn't played bad this year at all. Yet he didn't come off the bench till late in the third quarter last night. In what world did Yabusele do something that deserved him to sit the bench the entire first half and change the game? Like, in what world is he the guy that sits the bench? In what world is he the guy that who was playing 20, 25, 30 minutes a game? He played 10 minutes last night, all in the late second half. You had Andre Drummond, only 12 minutes, okay. Gordon played 14, Oubre 27, Jeff Doughton played 20 minutes. Yeah, you gave Ricky Council 9 minutes. Can we stop with the Ricky Council? Ricky Council sucks, guys. Can I just please explain that to you guys? Ricky Council is not what you think he is. But just tell me, in what world did Yabusele and why? What did I miss that he deserved to sit the bench? Please explain. That's on Nick Nurse. What is up, Eric, the gatekeeper? Good morning to you. Yeah, welcome to the great stream. The grief stream. Oh, I thought it said great for a second. Damn, I thought you were complimenting me for a second. We're already, hold on, before I go to DJ here. Yeah, are we already in the grief mode? Is the Sixers season already over? Like, seriously. Like, it might already be over. The half-court offense, as years past, was Joel posting up. This season, they are trying to share the ball more. Once it click, it will be on. There's not one thing, mister, that tells me it's going to click. There's not one thing that tells me they're going to play together enough, the big guns, to gel enough to make it unstoppable. 3, it just ain't going to work. It's going to have to work so unstoppable. They're going to have to play at a Bulls level once it works, because they're going to be so goddamn far behind in the standings that it's going to have to be perfect. They're just not going to play together enough to do what you say once they figure it out. Sixers are watchable until Nick puts the lump ass lineups. You really got to think about the lump asses, man. Let me just tell you. And don't give me the Ricky the fourth. Ricky Council ain't an NBA player. Ricky Council's an NBA player on bad teams. Ricky Council's the type of player we used to get excited about during the process era. He's like the Tony Roten or the James Anderson. Guys that we got excited about because somebody does something on bad teams. Ricky Council ain't an NBA player in playoffs. He's just not. He's not that good. I don't think 2-11 is equivalent to 0-7 in the NFL, because that's almost half the NFL season. 2-11 is only like 20% of an NBA season, so that would be like starting 0-3 or something, I guess. Morey is trash, like I told everyone. I've been saying it with you, Eric, since day one. 1382. First, it was 10 out of 82. Then it was 11 out of 82. Now it's 13 out of 82. First, we were 3 games back of the 3 seed, so it wasn't a big deal. Then we were 4 games out of the 4 seed. Not a big deal. Now we're 4 games out of the 6 seed. Just keeps progressively getting worse, mister. Every single day. Every day. That's because Philly is a football town. Philly, Sixers, etc., are secondary or worse by a large margin. And you're right about that, Doug. And that's why we're going to move on, starting tomorrow, to strictly Eagles talk. Because screw this. The Sixers organization doesn't give a rat's ass about us fans. They just don't. If they did, they wouldn't be putting this wreck out on the court every single night. Josh Harris would have fired Daryl Morey a while ago. Plain and simple. Mr. ain't wrong, but they're hoping Lowry can distribute the ball like 2006. It's time to get off that. Yo, when Maxey comes back and McCain has to go back to the bench, that might be the next time that I talk Sixers, because I'm going to be pissed off that McCain's on the bench. McCain can distribute the ball. He ain't a pure point guard, but he can do it. It's pathetic. Pathetic. Yeah, we have skipped the denial phase. Yeah, we've gone right from denial to, yeah, it's pathetic. It really is. Phil, jackass, I turned off your notifications. My apologies. I went all the way up to Buffalo, stole your phone, turned off your notifications, came all the way back to PA, and then went live. I got all that free time. I got a teleport machine, too. This team makes me miss 2015 team days when we have a future to hope. There ain't no future, really. There really isn't. Sixers, the Cowboys of basketball. That makes me break my heart. Are the Cowboys going to hire Belichick? I don't know. I thought Doug Peterson would be fired. Mike McCarthy hasn't been fired. The Cowboys stink. Mad chatter. We knew that. We know that. And they won't even play Trey Lance. It makes no sense whatsoever. Ricky is undersized for what he does, but you can't tell me his energy ain't welcome for 5. Oh, his energy's great. Energy doesn't win you enough basketball games to make the NBA playoffs. Energy is something bad teams look to. Energy and stuff like that is what lottery teams get excited about. Playoff teams, title aspiration teams, don't look for energy players to come off the bench. There's a big difference there, Noon. There just is. Yeah. Once it clicks, sounds like 180 proof coat. Yeah. I dare you to tell Ricky Council he sucks to his face. Oh, so I'm supposed to find a way in the locker room to tell him to his face? Look, I don't have anything against the guy. I'm telling the fans to stop expecting him to be something he's not. He's not an NBA player on a good, legit team. The hype for average or below average teams are players that we put on players in this city in general, not just basketball, because they got energy. I hope every player should have energy. Joel Embiid should have energy, but he doesn't. Freddie Defo, what is up, my man? Not going to throw any love the Flyers' way. Dude, I try. I try to put some time. I've already spent more time talking Flyers this year than I did the last 3 years of this show combined, just so you know. And I have hope and excitement. And the last time on Friday or Saturday that I watched Mitchkov, I think it was Saturday, on some of his non-goal scoring opportunities, I just watched Mitchkov, and I'm astonished at what the 19-year-old can do. So I am happy and hyped about the Flyers. Flyers don't drive the algorithm, though, Freddie. So there's that. What's up, Jason Lee? Good morning to you. Fans are apathetic about the Sixers. I think we are all past the point of being angry. We just don't care. And it's pathetic, Jason, that nobody cares anymore. That is a testament to Josh Harris, the owner, to Daryl Morey, the general manager, president, whatever his title is. That is a testament to what this entire organization has done to the fans that stuck by them through the 10-win season, that stuck by them through the entire process, that stuck by them like us, old heads, since 1983. It's an embarrassment. Embarrassment. Yeah, Anthony, I agree with that. They're going to hire Dion. They're going to draft Dion's son. They're going to force nobody to draft Dion's son so that he gets his son on the Cowboys. It's going to be one of those things like, well, if you draft me, I'm not going to play for you. I'm just going to sit out. One of those Eli Phillip Rivers situations. One of those, was it John Elway situations back in the day? That's what's going to happen. The Cowboys are going to be built around the Sanders family. And maybe Jerry Jones might sell it to the Sanders family 20 years from now. When Morey watched every 35 and over fade star get their asses handed to them in the first round of the playoffs, and the first thing out of DM's mouth is, we need to be like teams for years. Yeah. Look, Daryl Morey's got no clue what he's doing. Been saying it for years on end. It's pathetic. It's an embarrassment. I'm proud of Phil for acknowledging. Look, I acknowledge. I always acknowledge the one. Acknowledge me. Yes, Jason, I did call you an old head. Older than me, at least. But I'm right there with you. I'm proud of Phil. Oh, I already put that one up. Mista. Yeah, what the heck? Look, I love me some Mista, man. Did you have high hopes? Pie in the sky hopes? I did not. I knew this season wasn't going to be anything special. I told you guys it wasn't going to be anything special. I said Paul George was a bad idea. More thumbs. Please like and share and subscribe to the video, please, guys. There was one player that's good when I watched the Sixers. Jared McCain, probably. Morey completely ignores the fact that this is the young, athletic, and tenacious team era. Old farts get lost in the wind. Yes. Upton vanished like a fart in the wind. Yes. Great quote. Great movie. Best movie of all time. One of the best movies of all time and quotes of all time. Dion is going to pull an Eli. He is, man. The Cowboys are going to become the Sanders. They're just going to change their name to the Dallas Sanders. The Dallas Prime Times. Ricky uses his body well, could finish through contact inside. He is not the best pick setter or passer, but he can grab rebounds as well. Look, I'm not trying to trash Ricky Council. I'm just trying to explain to people Ricky Council's the type of player that we used to get excited about. The Jonah Boldens of the world. He's a guy, if this team had legit title or even conference title aspirations, we should not be thinking about him. If this was a properly well-built team, he'd be the 15th guy on this team. The fact that we're clamoring for more Ricky Council, because I want to see more Ricky Council too, because at least he has the heart and energy compared to half the other guys out there. But the fact that we're clamoring for Ricky Council is a testament to how bad this team is. That's all I'm trying to say. What's up, Stevie Fuentes, my guy? I don't know anything about Cooper Flag, but I see everybody tweeting tank for Flag. So sure. How about it? Let's go. The only way we even have a first-round draft pick is if we are in the top 6 of the NBA draft, which the NBA will make us be like 7th or something like that, so we lose the pick because, the NBA hates the Sixers. Yeah, of course Trinidad's here today. Of course he is. How your football team's doing there? Brah. You might have the Knicks, a mediocre team, but at least we got an elite football team. Cowboys fans that buy tickets are dumb. Well, so are Sixers fans that buy tickets. See that the Cowboy Stadium? There's a video. I saw it this morning that a piece of the rafters fell from the stadium roof and crashed onto the field. I believe it was before the game. PG is an empty calorie king, lives off tough shots and carries a face that looks like someone just... Dude, I was looking at his stats. I know he got hurt in training camp, but he's played 7 games now. He's shooting 28% from 3. He's averaging 17 points a game. That's not good enough. I thought Paul George was supposed to be an upgrade over Tobias Harris. It's just more empty calories, just like Tobias Harris. It's just another overpaid player like Tobias Harris. Yeah, I just said it. Paul George is no better than Tobias Harris right now. We got him till he's 37 years old. He might not be able to stand by the time he's 37 years old. Mike Tyson, okay. Look, hold on a second. Bring up Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's out there at 60 years old almost with a knee brace on, boxing. Not like exhibition with face gear on. Straight up taking jabs and giving out jabs and hooks. But yet Joel Embiid gets a tummy ache and can't play basketball. Paul George, these guys mope around the court. Give me that. If Mike Tyson could go out there and throw fists at almost 60 years old, and some of these NBA players on the Sixers need to man up, or what's the saying from was it Zombieland? It's time to nut up or shut up, guys. I feel like Dion and Shooter are going to go to Vegas and rub the Raiders. There isn't enough TV radio time for Dion and Jerry and Dallas. I just know Jerry's going to try. Whether they go there or not, I don't know, but they're going to try. They're going to try. Rub, run, whatever. The NBA won't allow they won't allow them to get a lottery. Whatever the limit is on their pick, they own it what? I think it's top 5, 6, or 7 they own. Whatever it is, they'll get one pick after that, no matter what the odds say, Big Al. I was chatting with my boy Brian last night, as we always do during Sixers games. I'm like, what if Sam Hinkie was never forced out and Colangelo was forced in? What would the city's trajectory with this team have become? Even if we had to move on from Hinkie eventually, if it wasn't forced upon us. What if we did this? What if we did that? The what if scenario and scenarios with the Sixers organization is crazy. But the NBA hates us. All because Hinkie monetized losing. And it's a shame. Did you see that huge piece of the Dow? I just said it a second ago. That is something when you got $1 billion stadium and pieces of the sky or the roof are falling. Somebody in the what's it called? What's the maintenance department called? Someone in the maintenance department failed their check of the roof for sure. This is on Joel. It's on everybody, but it's definitely on Joel. Mike Tyson could go out there and fight at 60 years old. Joel Embiid could go out there with a tummy ache and put out a better effort than last night. Put on a fucking diaper. Pardon my French. I think that's only the second or third time I've dropped an F-bomb. Dion to Dallas would be the best thing for Philly. It would be great for Philly fans. It would be. Bergman's agent asking insane contract. F that noise, just keep boom. Yeah, look, I know people don't want Bregman. Look at Rick coming in here and trying to drop Phillies into the conversation today. Yeah, Bregman, I like Bregman. I don't like Bregman at the contract he's going to get because Scott Boras is always going to get max value. Bregman's probably one of the top guys on the market this year, so he's going to get top dollar. I don't know if I like the rumors that you're talking about that I'm hearing. Yeah, but I think Alec Bohm might need to move on. Joel not winning shit because he's not a winner. He's not a winner. If he wanted to win, we would have won by now. He is just... Marshawn, words cannot explain how I feel right now about Joel Embiid Not just Joel Embiid, the entire organization of the Sixers. Like, as K1 said earlier, I'm past the disappointed stage. I'm just over it. This is literally most likely the last time the screen's going to be blue, that the Sixers are going to be the main topic of the day. Probably till the draft. If we even have a draft pick. I just can't. I can't anymore with this team. And I love Sixers basketball. I'm supposed to go to the game on Sunday. My man Jim had an extra ticket and asked me to go with him. I can't say no, but I don't want to waste a day to go to a Sixers game. Like, it's dreadful. The Sixers are now at most of the last 20-year Knick level of apathy. Yeah. The Knicks don't have anything to cheer about, trust me. No way I'm giving Bregman a 12. Yeah, no. No, I wouldn't give Bregman. Yeah, no. I think the MLB with these 10 and 12-year contracts is getting out of hand. Philly has exceeded its quota of 30 and over players. If Bregman comes here, don't expect much. Yeah. Like, yeah, no. We're not excited about Bregman. What's up, Bruce Bryce Harper? How are you this morning? Good morning. What if Nerlens Noel has been forced on a 10,000 calorie a day diet? Look, I love Nerlens Noel. Nerlens Noel would be the type of player you need in today's NBA. And just a rim protector, a guy that gets rebounds and putbacks, block shots. You put some energetic wings that could shoot and score and slash, and then a guy like Nerlens Noel's potential was when he came into the NBA, in the middle. That's what you need. Athletes. We don't have them on this team, though. Just Joel. Nobody else is to blame. Daryl Morey's not to blame for bringing in Eric Gordon or James Harden last time. Just Joel Embiid. I got you. Giving Joel Embiid a 3-year extension is going to bite this team in the ass big time. I feel, yes, we can make the Super Bowl for sure. I think the Eagles are on the correct trajectory to have a chance to make the Super Bowl. Absolutely. And I'm feeling very good about the Eagles going forward, for sure. Here's the question. What organization is going to be willing to take on Embiid's contract? And Steve, spot on. Like, even if you tried to trade Joel Embiid right now, I remember like a year or so ago, we were talking about this, and I was against it. And I'm like, is someone going to give us 4 or 5 first-round picks? There ain't no team that's going to give you 3 first-round picks, and players to match the salary. It's not going to happen. Like, can you foresee a team, Steve, actually giving up 3 first-round picks at this point of Joel Embiid's career? Because I can't say it. So realistically, we're stuck with Joel Embiid for the next 4 years. The piece of the stadium that fell because Jerry was there and his ego could be held up. His ego holds the building up. You pull his ego out and it just collapses. Yeah. Hinkie would have drafted his 11th center in the lottery if he was never replaced. Look, maybe. But I wonder if Hinkie had an end game. I really, truly believe that he had to have an end game, but we never got to realize or see it. I would love an hour or two with Sam Hinkie to talk to him about what he would have done and what his end game was. Joel went on a Shirley Temple bender. Is that why he felt upset in the stomach? Get chest pains from this fired up conversation. Sorry, kids. What? We're sorry about what? It's a summer of... If Hinkie stayed, then Tatum would be a Sixer. I don't think Tatum would ever have been a Sixer, Rick. It was pretty blatantly obvious that the Celtics have said that they would have taken Tatum at 1 overall. They only made the trade to get because Danny Ainge was a genius. He knew the Lakers wanted Lonzo Ball, and they told the Sixers, "Yo, you want it? Whatever." If the Sixers would have made that agreement, hey, we'll make the trade. We won't take Tatum, but we'll make the trade so we could get Fultz instead of the Lakers, and then we would have taken Tatum. Then that would have set a precedent that they lied to in a trade situation. It just would never have happened. Tatum was going to the Celtics, from my understanding, no matter what. Poor Jim because he's going to the Sixers game, or poor Jim because he's hanging out with me? He asked me. The Nigerian version of Embiid is nasty. Who's that? You're going to miss the Eagles on Sunday? I will. The Sixers game will end right at about the start of the Eagles game. So I'll probably have to listen to the first quarter of it on the car ride home. But yeah, I won't be tweeting 90 times in the game. But we'll be here Monday talking about it. I will make a point to find a way to watch it all. worth hundreds of millions, and why wouldn't you want to play basketball? Why would you? Yeah. Mitch Kofsky says he's done with Joel Embiid. Mitch, you're not alone. If anybody ever said you're alone in this world, Mitch, you are not alone in this world. You have people with you. All right? I am with you on this one. Going to have an apathetic Phil as wingman. I am not a wingman, okay? And Jim don't need a wingman. The over-under for Phil F-bombs was 1, and I bet the over. Well, yeah. Dude, Jason, I've maybe said accidentally the F-bomb like twice in 3+ years of doing this show, in 4.5 years of podcasting, period. Maybe. I hate using the word. But, oops. I did it again. Can't help myself. This is what the Sixers have done to me. In all seriousness, this is on a lot of different people, not communicating 100% reality, which was led to what we see now, a complete and lack of continuity. You're not wrong. See, this comment we can agree on, Nooms. We truly can agree on this one. Do you think the Sixers or their medical staff have any control of Joel Embiid? We waited until the damn near tip-off to find out if he's playing. Like, I don't even understand. Truly. Like, I think a book, and like an ESPN 30 for 30 could be done just strictly on Joel Embiid's tummy issues. Like his diet. Why is he always sick? Like, is it because of where he came from and where he grew up? Is it because he just doesn't give a shit? Well, now I'm dropping more bombs. Like, his medical, his health, his stomach issues are things of legends. It's insane. Ticket is free. You get to hang with a friend. Who's pay? We haven't figured that out. I'll probably pay for parking. Phillies, a big off-season move, going to be trading Painter for Garrett Cachet, and I'm okay with that. It's a smart move. Ooh, trading Painter for him. I don't know. I don't know about that, Rick. Look, I'm all for trading Painter if it's for the right player. I don't know if Garrett's the right player. Today's secret word is trajectory. Yeah. Hey! I see the toilet just going up and down like this when it was clapping its mouth. I'm not blaming Darryl for what he built because he was sold by Joel that he could win with this team. Joel sold more false hopes than the DARE program. Oh, man, the DARE program. Who wrote Super Bowl? Hello, Lions. Yeah, Lions might get their first one. Pinky would have traded Ben and Joel before it got bad. He would have definitely made at least one trade before it got bad. For sure. The trade market in baseball is unrealistic right now. It's not a buyer's market. That is true. Agree with you on that. I would trade Embiid for Luke Kmet. Yeah. I mean, I don't think the Lakers would take him. I don't think so. Oh, no, hold on. That's Connect. That's different. I'm thinking of different guys. I feel like such an asshole defending this Joel Embiid. I defended him his whole career. I've never moved on from him. Sixers or Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry more than the Sixers at this point, for sure. Dear Phil, I would have traded Embiid when he rolled over in playoffs. Giannis wants out of Milwaukee. Trade Embiid for Giannis. Straight up. Embiid finally gets to play with Dame Lillard, which we were calling for how long? It just happens in Milwaukee. And we get Giannis here. Man, I would hate that. I would have to hate cheering on a guy that pushes off every play, that travels every play. God, at least he's a winner. I was done with Embiid when he said New York was his favorite city after we got eliminated by the Knicks. How can you root for a guy? And just like I was done for Paul George. The day he said, well, the Sixers weren't my first choice. Golden State was. They just didn't make the deal. As soon as Paul George is eligible for a trade, I'm calling Golden State. Yo, what do you offer us for him? He wanted to play there. You wanted him. What was the deal you were offering? The Clippers. I'll take it. Taking steps back to take steps forward. That's what the Sixers need. Phil swears like a sailor on Fairway to Heaven. Oh man, the Boston Celtics have twice as many championships than all the Philly teams combined. F-bomb Austin. Yeah. Yeah. I would hang with my friends even if the Sixers blow out. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If we find out Joe has historic personality, Histrionic person. I can't say I would be shocked. I don't even know what that is. Never even heard that word before. Phil swears on Fairway to Heaven like he's actually on the god. Yeah, Fairway to Heaven's different, but Fairway to Heaven's in prime time. This is the morning hours. You don't swear on the morning hours. You got to build up to the swear words. My swears, the trajectory of my swear words go up throughout the day. Normally, I've worked the full day at the pizza shop, and then I do Fairway to Heaven. That's why the swears come out. It's eating too much Mickey D's after having a mostly vegetarian diet he grew up with. I don't know what it is. He was never sick. It's pre-existing. Oh, my goodness gracious. You keep blaming Darryl, but he's not the one dropping 15 points in a closeout game. No. I could blame Darryl for giving out the contracts. I could blame Darryl for not having the cojones to say enough's enough. I could blame Darryl for listening to Joel instead of listening to his gut, unless his gut is as sick as Joel's gut. Facts. Trading Painter for more pitching when they already have great pitching is insane. They need high OPS guys. Absolutely. Look, I have no problem trading Andrew Painter. I've been over that before. It's got to be in the right deal. I don't know if Garrett is the right deal. I'd rather keep Painter unless it gets us some elite bat in the middle of the order or something like that. A young elite bat for sure. I drop the F-bomb so much on my podcast. I sprinkle it like a line cook at a cheap Italian restaurant that doesn't know how to garnish a plate and just sprinkles random parsley all over the edge of the plate. Like it's 1987 again in an Italian restaurant. Yeah. Look, I just don't use it a lot on this morning show. That's why when I use it, it stands out more. That's why when I use it, it's more powerful and meaningful. Because I don't dump the F-bomb on this show. I don't have the dump button on ready on quick hit. I want it to mean something. When I drop it accidentally, it means something. Joel is such a biatch. I hate that I defend. I hate that I defended him too, Marshawn. Marshawn, me and you are in the same boat because we've been doing this for a long time. Me and you chatting on these shows. Me and you have been defending Joel Embiid for ages on end. I said it literally like 2 months ago. Going down with the ship. And already the ship hit the iceberg and it is sunk, in my opinion. It is so freeing to no longer have to simper. It really is. I really feel good being able to say, I'm done. I'm over it. Like, a weight's off my shoulders. I mean, the weight's not fully off my shoulders because I still have to deal with them for the next 2, 3, 4 years. But, like, I feel better knowing that it's just over. Joel is a bum. He's fading reporters and criticizing the cities. And I don't know if he's Joel, if he's Antonio Brown crazy. That's pushing it, pump man. Will ruin Christmas Day too. Look, he probably will ruin Christmas Day. Joel criticizes the Sixers fan base, acting like he hasn't been defending his ass every season. You know how hard it is to win a debate when your 7-footer is a fail baiter? Look. Constant need for theatrics and exaggeration or glazing of the situation. Oh, look at that. Give me a good word. Should I write that down as a good SAT word? That's what Mr. Iezzi used to say all the time. Hey, that's a good SAT word. Write that down. Looks like a good SAT word right there. Potty mouth Phil is a saint. You know, to be a saint, you have to die first, right? I don't think you get anointed a saint until you're dead. So I don't want to be a saint right now, okay? Because that means I'm still alive. Joel is trying to get traded. The only way he gets traded is if he asks for it. Because he does have that no trade clause. But you might be right. He might be setting the table for his exit. And I think that's the bigger question. Is it trade Joel Embiid time? I think it's time to start planning the exit strategy for Joel Embiid era. I feel like Embiid is playing in Philly and is overplaying in Philly and in front of the fans. He's over the criticism, and his body language and actions scream he doesn't want to play here anymore. 100% true, Mr. Fuentes. He doesn't want to play here anymore. He needs a fresh start. Good. Go get your fresh start somewhere else. Just say it. Just be open. Hey, I'm shutting down. I'm hurt, but I want out. I'm going to rest and heal so when I get out, I'm ready to go. It's fine. Go be somewhere else. DM is the dummy who overpays for washed players. Absolutely agree. Phil, at least the city has finally started to turn on M fraud. I like impede better. But yeah, look, I'm ready. I'm finally on it. But man, we might not agree on Jalen Hurts, but I think we finally agree on Joel Embiid. I don't think you'll ever change my mind on Jalen Hurts, but my mind has changed on Joel Embiid. Call me a flip-flopper if you want. Watch Jalen Hurts now on Good Morning America. Is he on Good Morning America? Yeah, I don't know. Do you really think Daryl's in control? This is the same organization that fostered a collaborative effort in the front office so that one person doesn't make all the. I do think Daryl Morey is making all the decisions. I don't think it's the way you're explaining it. This is his say, and Josh Harris don't have any control. Josh Harris don't even know what city the team is in on any given night, in my opinion, Marshawn. So I do think Daryl Morey's in control. Daryl Morey, to me, is like the de facto owner of this team at this point. This is the same Joel Embiid who did not campaign for Butler and then said he misses playing with him. Dude, I was hoping last night that maybe Joel and Jimmy hung out after the game, and Jimmy would be like, yo, come to Miami. We'll win a chip here in Miami. I'm hoping that whoever's calling the shots, is Pat Riley still calling the shots in Miami? Calls up Daryl Morey and be like, yo, we'll take him off your hands. Just take some of our bad contracts. And then Daryl Morey says, sure, why not? Just get us off of it. Are players not liking Nick Nurse? First Siakam, then OG, and then Barnes. And maybe, look, I think it's a valid question, Nooms. I've asked, is Nick Nurse a good coach? He might not be what we thought he is. Look, Doc Rivers has been living off his one title from 2008 for 16 years now. I mean, it's only been 5, I believe, since Nurse won his title, but he's still living off of it. Incorrect, even though I haven't even seen it. Be real, Embiid really is a 7-foot Kyle Lowry. Oh, no. Kyle Lowry had heart at one point. This is the same Joel Embiid who checked back in the game last night, down 17 to extend his double-digit streak. I don't even know. I tuned out by that point of the game. I was curious when I looked up from my phone, and they were down like 17, that why was he still on the court with like 2 minutes left? I think he came out with like 1 minute left in the game. That Patricia's greater than Nick Nurse. That's scary right there. If the ship had any interest in getting back in the water, Phil would be backing him. This is the same Joel Embiid who constantly gets punked by Al Horford. God. You know, Mitchie Poo likes to do this person or that person. Who would you rather right now, Joel Embiid or Al Horford on this team? They got rid of the wrong person, right? Phil, love is a fleeting thing. Embiid, you broke our heart. You broke our heart. Never go against the family. Scambead. We got lots of nicknames for Joel Embiid, don't we, this morning? Guys, you're watching Trade in the AM. There's 25, 30 people all morning long in the YouTube chat, guys. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. And make sure you're hitting that share button. The same people are commenting, but all the other people in the chat or in the YouTube room, drop your opinions on Joel Embiid. Is it time? Is it time to say adios, muchacho? But, guys, we continue on here. Trending in the AM right here on the STT Sports Network, setting the trends for what Sports Network should be. And this is the time I don't have the shirt on, one of the shirts on today. But if you want to get a Trending in the AM or STT Sports Network shirt, hoodie, jacket, anything, head on over to LilliansCreations.com. Fantastic local company in Kennett Square that produces great things. They have my logos. You go to their website, you contact them, say, hey, I want to get a Trending in the AM t-shirt. It supports me, it supports the brand, and it supports another small business. Check them out. LilliansCreations.com. Don't miss them out. Back to the comments and back to you psychos. And yes, I know probably way down here somewhere. Yeah, see, there's. I had to page through like 30 comments. Yes, there is an ad read. Okay? I'm trying to make a buck or two. You know, it's hard for me to make a living doing this, you know? This don't make pizzeria chips anymore. What? This is the same Joel Embiid who said he wants to win so bad that it doesn't matter where he wins. He did say that. He did say that. Yeah. Look, working in a bar, I dropped the F-bomb. So, look, I'm in a pizza shop. I've been in a kitchen for almost 30 years now. I drop a lot of F-bombs at work, and they progressively get worse as the day goes on. Same Joel Embiid who came on ESPN to tamper for the signing of Paul George and said the Celtics got to see us too. I forgot about the tampering there. Did they ever do anything about that tampering? It's like paying Beyonce $10 million to hang out with you. Yeah. It's because the aliens took his heart at the Paris Olympics, and Embiid saw what playing with good players does for his game. First one to blame Marcus Hayes as a rotten egg. I don't want to get into this again, Kaylon. I don't. Embiid the bed. Guys, with the comments, man. So much swearing today. I thought I was listening to the Howard Stern show. Yeah. Mark, stop. 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 Eagles star quarterback Jalen Hurts to make announcement on Tuesday. What? I don't even know what that means. Embiid is a loser, and he should retire, go home to Cameroon, go play volleyball. Oh, man. So let's say there's a legit reason for whatever's going on with JoJo Barry Carroll. I love how you say that all the time. Is everyone allowed back on? I just think we just want some transparent. Dude, Noobs, I've been asking for transparency for ages. That's all I want. If he got hurt, just tell me he got hurt. If he got hurt and needs surgery, just shut him down. Just be honest. This song and dance they give us is nauseating. I just want transparency. The owner doesn't speak. The owner never says a damn word. The same Joel Embiid who got Hartenstein paid. That's true. Joel Embiid did. I think Hartenstein has to give Joel like 10% of his contract. Fuentes isn't blocked. Fuentes would never be blocked. Yeah. This is the same Joel Embiid who picked out the phone for Andre Drummond, but this is Daryl's fault. You can't say that there's no blame on Daryl Morey. How many? 16 thumbs. Let's get to 20. Yeah, let's try to get to 20 likes. It's so easy. If there's 25 people watching, there should be 25 likes on the video. Buck or two Bitterman, what? Who played in the Olympics with a bum knee, but this is Daryl's fault. Well, Paul George is Daryl's fault, right? Eric Gordon is Daryl's fault, right? Maybe this is the wrong time. But as a fan base, are we making up too many narratives and over expecting a brand new roster that really hasn't practiced much together? No, that's making an excuse for this roster. Yeah, you're not blocked, Steve. You're just you. You're not blocked. Joel is content with a Mickey Mouse medal. It's really chocolate wrapped in gold foil. Scammer. Do you have a relative that says bad things? Dude, I can say bad things in multiple languages, just so you know. I choose not to. This is the same Joel Embiid who punched Marcus Hayes because he got his feelings were rightfully hurt, and I would have punched him too. Phil is Opie and Anthony. I couldn't stand Opie and Anthony. Philadelphia Eagles have won 6 straight games, and everything seems to be trending in the right direction. See, look at that. Trending in the right direction. Pun intended. And the Eagles are Super Bowl bound. We'll bounce back to the Eagles a lot more tomorrow. Same Joel Embiid who scored 25 points in a closeout game and said the ball never found his way. Marshawn, I'm just going to tell you right now. Keep it coming. Keep getting it off your chest, Marshawn, because you know what? You're saying exactly what I feel right now. You're saying the exact thing that a lot of Sixers fans feel, but don't have the cojones to say. Marshawn, you're saying everything that everyone thinks and knows, except for the people inside the not the Novacare complex, inside the whatever the Wells Fargo Center is called in Camden, where their practice facility is. Everybody in the offices thinks this, but no one will say it. I do. I have created carnage today. Transparency. Like if he asks Embiid something, Phil says, I'm glad he is punched. Cue the Josh Harris awkward handshake me. Look, Josh Harris, We forced Sam Hinkie out. People have forced teams to sell, owners to sell their teams. Can we find a way to force Josh Harris to sell the Sixers? Like, it would be the best thing. Even if it set this franchise back 5-10 years. If he sold the team, that would make everything better. I'd probably do somewhere, but not here. Yeah, exactly. This is the same Joel Embiid who was eating a chicken sandwich and grapes while getting a massage minutes before a playoff game. But this is Daryl's fault. I just learned like a couple months ago that grapes can upset your stomach. Does he eat too many grapes? Is that his problem? This is good content for Hit 30 Live. Dude, this is great. This is the kind of show today where I should be gaining subscribers and followers and likes and everything else. This is good quality content today where we're all bitching and moaning. Negativity sells. Did you just reference an old 1-800-COLLECT commercial with Damon Wayans? What? I missed that. I missed that, Mad Chatter. Damon Wayans, though. Love him. Try a buck or two Bitterman. Speaking of Damon Wayans, what are we I'm trying to think of that really bad movie. I think it was Damon Wayans. The Low Down Dirty Shame. Was that Damon Wayans or one of the other Wayans? I don't know what made me think of an 1-800-COLLECT commercial. Made me think of 80s Wayans family. And I think it was Damon Wayans that played a Low Down Dirty Shame. The Private Eye. Such a cheesy, bad movie that for some reason, whenever it's on, I gotta watch it. Peaches. I don't know. Low Down Dirty Shame just popped in my mind, and I'm thinking of it. I'm thinking of Peaches and everything else. Joel really misses. Oh man. This is the same Joel Embiid who tried to make peace with Ben Simmons after he punked him in the public. Look, what's been the one constant, Marshawn, since the process started? There's been one constant. I'm right? We old, but apparently we still sharp. Yeah. This is the same Joel Embiid who had PJ Tucker screaming at him because he didn't put back his nuts. I forgot about that moment. Marshawn. When PJ Tucker couldn't hit a broadside of a barn with a basketball. Had to get in Joel Embiid's face to fire him up for a playoff game. I forgot how much that pissed me off. Oh, I like the muscle flex on that one. This has been an interesting hour. I won't say it's been a great hour or strong hour. I say this has been an interesting hour. This is a lot different. Normally, like when a season ends, when a Philly team gets knocked out of the playoffs, we have like a consoling episode. Like this is just to get a pissed off episode, right? Tomorrow's gonna be uber positive because tomorrow's title is gonna be the Eagles are winning the Super Bowl or something like that. The reason Joe has to poop around the second quarter after each game. Yeah. Embiid lost 25 pounds is the same BS narrative as Alec Bohm put on 15 pounds of muscle. Oh, man, that's great. Great right there, Pump Man. Love that reference. New show, Papa's House. Damon Wayans is, okay, no, never mind. Damon Wayans is the one that played Riggs in the Back to the Future. Or not Back to the Future, in the Lethal Weapon TV show. I'll have to check it out. I've seen the commercials for Papa's House. Am I out of line for asking the fan base to give Joe a ovation? Maybe that's what we need. Joel, I'm tweeting that later today. Standing. Oh, there. Wrote it down. That'll be a tweet. I went to culinary school. Chefs are mean and vicious monsters. Phil is showing his true colors. Dude, I went to hotel restaurant school. Yeah. Been working in the kitchen since I was 14. I'm less than a month from turning 44. I'm pushing 30 years in the kitchen. Embiid grew up wanting to be a volleyball player. Enough said. Look, let's not knock volleyball. Volleyball is a fantastic sport, especially women's volleyball, right? This is the same Joel Embiid who said, I did more for the city, so to be treated this way. Mr. Are you still in culinary business? He's probably smarter than me and got out of it. This is something that's accurate for Marcus Hayes. Circus is good business for media. It's clickbait stuff. Embiid won a championship with the Olympic team. That's proof that he's a championship player. You know what I haven't seen? is too much support for Joel Embiid in the chat today. And that's crazy because normally when we do these kind of shows, it's down the middle. Some on one side of the equation, some on the other. This has been 99% anti-Joel Embiid today. It's hilarious. Not one person has stood up and supported the guy. Yeah. I'm throwing a tomato at Joel before I give him an ovation. Oh, man. Embiid sacrificed his career and championship for that gold medal. Quite possibly may be accurate, Eric. The Sixers have not the Sixers have not recovered from Embiid's Skechers sponsorship. Maybe that's what it is. That's Skechers sponsorship. Embiid has had all the shoe sponsors available, and he shows Skechers. Oh, man, it's true. It's true. Or maybe none of the other sponsors wanted him. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he had to settle. Maybe that's what it was. He was settling sponsorship-wise. Frederick, did you see it? We all see it. That's because when you have to say, did you see it? It kind of takes away from the joke. That's because Embiid no-showed this season. He hasn't no-showed before. I mean, I guess. He might have no-showed before in the playoffs. He might have no-showed plenty of times. I'm just so over it. And I hate that I have to say that. I hate that I have to be in a point with one of my favorite sports teams of all time. So over it. I've watched this team not just through the process rebuild. I watched this team through the Barkley rebuild. Remember when we traded Barkley for Hornacek and Jeff Malone? Jeff Malone led the team in scoring that year. I was watching every game as a young Phil. But now, I'm done. Just done. Cooks bullied me out of the kitchen. 5'5" Italian man threatened to make me sleep with the fishes if I didn't dice the aromatics correctly. That sounds like something. I didn't work with the Italians in the kitchen growing up. I worked with a bunch of Greeks in the kitchen growing up. That's even worse. I am not so much anti-Jaw as I was pro-trading him last season. It is too late now. I think this is a fantastic final point. It might be too late to move on from Joel Embiid at this point. It just might be. No team is going to call the Sixers at the deadline and be like, yo, we'll give you 3, 4, 5 first-round picks for Joel Embiid. It's just not going to happen. You had a chance to do it in the last year or two. You didn't. So now we're stuck. I might not want to go down with the ship anymore, but we are stuck. We are on the Titanic, and there are no lifeboats available. We are on the Titanic. Just listen to the band playing that song while the ship is turning on its side and going down. That is where we are right now with this Sixers team. We are on the Titanic. And it's written in stone already what's going to happen. The change on the blanket, Phil. I saw it. Under Armour Embiid was way better. Was he with Under Armour first? Yeah, he was. Skechers Embiid playing like he needs Velcro sneakers. Hey, I have nothing wrong with Velcro sneakers. I like Velcro sneakers. On a different note, Barkley has the most being tackled at 1 or 2 yard lines of any player in the NFL this season. I love that Nick Sirianni in his press conference yesterday did speak or was asked and he answered about the, giving, hold on. He was asked, was he compelled to have Saquon finish touchdowns in the red zone? And he basically said no. No, not at all. Yeah, exactly. I have no hatred in my heart for Embiid. Morey wasted this team's window and Embiid's prime swing for the fences while facing opposite of the pitcher. I don't have hatred for anybody, to be honest with you, Eric. I don't hate anybody. I'm just over it. I don't have excitement anymore. I just don't care anymore. All right, you said it once, you said it twice, you said it 100 times. I haven't seen Tulsa Kings, but Breaking Bad is the 4th best TV show of all time, Mitch Adder. So no, it's an inaccurate statement. Real shit, I think Joel actually went all in, tried to come back early, and lost the gamble. Joel Embiid is not healthy. There's nobody that can tell me that knee should be playing basketball right now. He's being forced to play by the NBA. And that's it. You see all these reports out there that viewership of the NBA is down across all platforms this year. The NBA is losing money, or potentially losing money. They're forcing them out there. And the band is playing the fucking, yeah. And they're just playing it, and the ship's going down. I love Breaking Bad. Yeah, Breaking Bad's great. Tulsa King is differently great and brilliant TV. I haven't watched it yet because I don't get Paramount Plus. Phil is a Vocro. I am not, but I have no problem with being one. I'm a New Balance guy. I'm on my feet. Mista can explain. When you're on your feet in the kitchen all day, every day, you got to have good shoes. And I'm a New Balance guy. Well, Med Chatter, DM me your Paramount Plus login, and I'll watch it. I don't know who is responsible for not telling the truth, but I think Harris is controlling the public relations to maximize the cash flow. Absolutely, this is a 100% accurate statement. Barkley has no touchdown incentives in his contract, so he don't care. Exactly. And Barkley just wants to win. Saquon Barkley just wants a touchdown. That's it. I hate Embiid with all my heart. It's personal. Nothing's personal, pump man. It's just not. Eric's still protecting Joel. Eric's just being honest. I don't have hate for anybody, Marshawn. I don't hate the worst troll in the comments. I don't. Sixers are all about selling tickets and not winning. Delco Green is 1,000% accurate and honest and right on this. Josh Harris is a money man, a businessman. He is not a sports team owner. John Middleton wants to win a World Series. Jeffrey Lurie wants a Super Bowl trophy. Josh Harris wants to pad his financial portfolio. Big difference between the three of them. Big difference. Winning titles at all costs and padding your financial portfolio. That is the big difference between the Sixers and the other organizations in Philadelphia. Anyone know any other good shows to binge? Yellowstone. I love Yellowstone. So if you think Yellowstone's boring, the other shows I would tell you probably wouldn't agree with, like The Americans, because it's a slow-moving show. Bop, 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 bop. Do you want me to close the show so you can hear the song? Joel Embiid's never healthy. He's 80% soft, 20% immature, 100%. Look, sure, yeah. I've already used my quota of curse words today. Phil, you cheat. They have free trials. Yeah, no. Phil is an air monarch type guy. The word air monarch is slightly ringing a bell, but not sure. New Balance are clutch. They are. And I go through sneakers, K1, being on my feet the way I am, so frequently. I can't spend on the good-looking New Balance. I just buy the cheapest-looking old man shoes that they got. They're normally gray or white and very plain. But a New Balance, I'll go through a pair of New Balances in 6 months max. Now, if they were Nikes or Adidas, my back would hurt, and they'd be gone in 3 months. But New Balance, I can get a good solid 6 months out of a pair of New Balance, and my back doesn't hurt. They're the best. And you know what else, New Balance? They don't make them, many of them, and they're very hard to find. For any golfers out there, I have New Balance golf cleats. They're the first pair. I've been playing golf for like 25, 30 years. The first pair of golf cleats that didn't hurt my feet. New Balance just makes good shoes. They're ugly most of the time, but they're great shoes. Dang, Brian, he told the truth and it hurts. It does. It does hurt to have this show go this way today. Just get the ad-supported package, Phil. Tulsa King is much-watched TV. I feel like I've seen half of Tulsa King just from watching reels of it. I hate Embiid with all my heart, too. And by the way, I'm not getting any more packages. I pay for too many things on my TV. I don't want to spend more money on more streaming sites. At what point do we just say enough streaming is enough? I hate Embiid with all my heart, too. It is personal. Yeah, get him out of here, right? As an IT guy, New Balances are great, and I love wearing Adidas. I'm not an Adidas person. They never felt right for me. I've worn some Nikes. They okay, but it's all New Balance. Any chance WWE on Netflix might get good? Don't care. So over WWE. Never hate your enemies. It affects your judgment. Michael Corleone. There you go. Look at that quote right there. I never hated anyone in a Sixers jersey, and that includes Tobias, but Joel is that guy. So if you had to choose right now, you'd rather have Tobias on this team than Joel? Penguin And Linus, not bad either. I haven't seen Penguin yet. And Linus looks good. It does. Air Monarchs, or a.k.a. Air Boomers. What? Embiid is Nigerian now. What? Air Boomer. I love that new show, Brilliant Mind, but it won't last 2 seasons. You know what I'm looking for? Looking forward to? I don't even remember what channel it was on. I've seen a couple commercials for it. They're doing an Alex Cross TV show. Either it's on Prime or Peacock or something like that. I read at least, I'm not sure how many more he's written, but for a stretch there, I was reading every Alex Cross novel by James Patterson. Obviously, Morgan Freeman played Alex Cross in a bunch of movies fantastically. I didn't like the follow-up movie with what's his name playing Alex Cross. That was terrible. But I'm always excited for anything Alex Cross related because they're fantastic detective novels. So they're doing that, and that's coming out soon, and I can't wait to at least give it a shot. We'll see if it's any good or not. I don't ever want to see Joel succeed, even if it means the Sixers continue to lose. Ouch. 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 Bill handles more package than Jenna Jameson. What in the world did I miss there? Yeah, I don't even understand it. Did your Netflix buffer? It did buffer a lot. It did. Sambas are so uncomfortable. Okay. Embiid's biggest faults was not demanding the front office to get him help and not recruiting for players earlier. That's it. The front office kept Brett, Doc too long, and DM let too many trades die. All fair comments. Joel needs to hang it up. Sick of watching Buddy call for an entry pass while he's doubled. Dude, that pissed me off last night so much. Little glimpse of a moment last night's game when Jared McCain got called for a 5-second violation on an inbound pass. He had Paul George wide open cutting, but Joel Embiid double cover just kept going like this. And Jared McCain couldn't get him the ball. And he saw Paul George run by, but Joel Embiid just kept going like this. And the 5-second violation got called. That was during the fall apart in the third quarter. Overpaying for trash. That's what the Sixers' MO is. Good call. You give me Tobias. Yes, give me Tobias. He doesn't sell hope. That is true. Just crazy how he went from 70 points to this in a blink of an eye. Dude, that 70-point outing feels like a decade ago. I'd rather have Ingram than Paul George always said that. Yeah. Life comes at you fast. It sure as hell does. Yeah, Cross is good too. Has it come out already? I saw commercials for it this weekend when I was watching something. I didn't think it had come out yet. I'm going to have to look if it has come out. But the books are fantastic, at least through the books that I watched. Fantastic. Tascar Hernandez is a guy I hope the Phillies go after. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Prime has the Cross show, and I love Aldous Hodge, the actor who was playing him. I didn't even know the show came out already. I thought it was still to come. Okay, awesome. Now I know what I have to watch next now. They cast it as Alex Cross trash. One person says they love it. The other person says they hate it. Was that who played him in the second set of movies after? Well, they only made one movie, but after Morgan Freeman, was that the guy who followed up Morgan Freeman as Alex Cross? Because if that's the case, yeah, I didn't think it was a good movie. I thought it felt like more of a chick flick than an Alex Cross movie. I guess that's who it is. Yeah, Jenna Jameson is a porn star, so taking a package. Get well. Yeah. Oh man, I've always waited till Phillies was season before locking in on the Eagles and so on, but I'm going to have to skip the Sixers and Flyers and go directly. Yeah. Oh, February, March is going to be a dreadful time in Philly sports, Jose, for sure. Everyone hates Tyler Perry in anything other than Medea. Hold on, Phil. Why don't you like no person? Look, I'm just WWE is boring to me. Joel stayed in the game to score 70 points. The game was already won at that point. Yeah. So that's why I was seeing all the previews this weekend, because it came out this weekend. I thought they were previewing something that was coming out soon. Got it. Well, guess what? Now we know what we're binging. We might even start it tonight. Flyers going to sneak into the playoffs this season and make some noise. Good. Great. I hope they do. I want them to. Tyson got Phil knees. What? Remember when Colangelo called Embiid an idiot on his burner count, the Colangelo burner count? The best part of the process ever, right? I could definitely see them pulling out a first-round upset or at least taking it to 7 games. The only thing to me, the Flyers, they might need another center. They need to get more experience, all that stuff. Tortorella, the right coach or not, I don't know. But I can't have a full opinion on the Flyers until they find a real goaltender. I'm still not sold or on any of the 3 goalies that they've got out there. And beat a butthead. That's the most insulting insult there has been so far today. Oh, man. Free Colangelo. Yeah, is that what it is? Too early Ryder Cup predictions. I don't even know, but I did see something about the tickets for the Ryder Cup and how expensive they are, but they still sold out, K1. Yeah, K1, you've watched a few Fairway to Heaven. You know I hate the Ryder Cup. I get zero excitement out of team golf. I really do. K1, I was so pissed this weekend at the Butterfield Bermuda Classic. 3 guys tied for the lead going to the final round. I had outright bets on 2 of them, and the other one won. Go figure. Phil didn't use Kazaa. I used Napster, the original, and then LimeWire. Embiid prefers pizza from a local joint called Dom Innos. Can't trust buddy. Oh man, love it. But the players love the right. Do they? Do they truly love it? I don't know. I hate it. I hate team golf. I think team golf is, even when they had the what's it called, the Zurich Classic. Hate the Zurich Classic. Would much rather the Dell Match Play Tournament come back. See, we can talk golf on this show if you want. Joel Embiid called Jimmy Butler the best player in the league. Well, Jimmy Butler had a great game last night, but he's kind of washed too. No team in Philly equipped to compete in a 7-game series. We lack the fortitude. We might. Guys, we're coming up in the final 10 here of Trending in the AM. So final thoughts, because this is it. In 10 minutes, we're done talking Sixers until some kind of shocking news happens. Whether it's an injury or whether, like, the Sixers are not going to be part of the regular agenda ever again this season unless something shocking happens. So you got 10 minutes to get your final thoughts on this Sixers team out, because we're done. We put the Sixers season to bed on the show. I'm not asking Sean Bernard to come on to talk Sixers unless there's breaking news. I'm not asking anybody to come on and talk Sixers unless there's breaking news. This is it. This is it. Well, whether or not the rest of the Flyers hate Torts, Mitkoff certainly responded to him after getting benched 2 games, as to opposed to the whole team went fussy pants after Coots got benched. It's true. It's true. I still don't agree with Torts benching him. Harris is Eric Gordon's spirit animal. Joel Embiid, yeah. How good are Texans? They're good. Not great. Yeah, I call bullshit on that. Call bullshit on what? Which thing? The Torts benching, the match play being gone. As soon as Mitchie Poo learns some English and Coots packs it in, he should get to see. Yeah, I think Mitch Koff will be the captain. It might be a year or 2. I don't know if you can put a 19 or 20 on a 19 or 20-year-old. We will talk Sixers again. Yeah. I keep telling myself this is it. But, yeah, it probably will happen again. I haven't enjoyed Sixers basketball since we called it the Wachovia Center. Maybe even the First Union Center. Phil is so old, the first he watched was a silent film. I still actually remember my first, but anyway. I already put that on. Hollywood, brother. What's Hollywood? Cliche equals Drew Smiley 2.0. Ooh. That'd be tough because Rick wants to trade Andrew Painter for him. That would be a big mistake right there. Guys, it's time. It's time to say it. It's time to trade Joel. It's time to start the conversation. It's time to put the process era to bed. Plain and simple. The process is over. The process is dead. The Sixers are not making the playoffs. And guys, y'all know Sean Bernard. Y'all love Sean Bernard. He's been on this show probably more than any guest I've had on this show, Sean Bernard. And Sean Bernard does fantastic work. He works for like 97 different companies out there doing a great job making a name for himself. Sean Bernard's going places. But he put out a tweet that if the Sixers miss the playoffs, he is going to recreate every single one of Jared McCain's TikToks. Let me tell you something. It's added bonus for me to see the Sixers miss the playoffs because I want to see Sean Bernard recreate these TikToks. It will be the funniest piece of content I'll ever see. Why am I shameful? Jalen Hurts. We'll talk Jalen Hurts tomorrow. We're out of time on Jalen Hurts today. Mitch Kuff didn't respond to getting benched. He just kept doing the same thing he was doing before getting benched, which is score points. Torts is washed up. Get him the F out of here. Maybe. Panthers versus Eagles. I got a guest lined up for that week already. Beat reporter of the Panthers, old friend of mine, Michael K. He'll be coming on that week. We'll have to include Maxey to get anything in return. We're not trading him. Steelers versus Panthers. I got a guest coming on for that. Neil Coulong will come on that week. He's a beat reporter for the Steelers. I got some guests lined up. Ravens versus Eagles. Yeah. Are we just repeating every single team they have to play? Is that what we're doing now? Well, saddle up because Crochet is going to be a Philly. Not for Andrew Painter. I don't think they have to trade Andrew Painter for him. Maybe Justin Crawford, which I would hate because Justin Crawford's my favorite positional player in the minors right now for the Phillies, Rick. But maybe he is. I just don't see the need to make a big trade for a pitcher. Starting pitcher. Because you got Wheeler, you got Nola, you got Sanchez, you got Painter, you got Walker, and you got Ranger. You got 6 guys. They need another pitcher maybe, but I don't know if they got to go that big and bold. If we make the playoffs, I will paint my face the color of McCain's fingernails. All right, now I got a reason to root for the playoffs. The Clanjos did say they would use their influence to make the Sixers franchise pay. Yeah. Crawford over Painter. I'm a big Crawford fan. LeBron is a warlock. He space jams other players to replenish his 40-year-old body. Might be true. Phil, put up some Eagles merch. I don't have any Eagles merch. Anyway, guys, we got to wrap this shebang up for the day, guys. This has been an interesting one. This has been therapeutic, frustrating, and interesting. We're just going to leave it interesting. The type of content we put together here today, kids. So give yourself a round of applause. Rick, yeah. Was it a great show? I don't know how to describe today's show. Like, I really don't. I dropped more F-bombs than ever before. I said something I never thought I would say before. I don't know how to respond to how today's show went. I really don't. But it was definitely interesting. You can't saddle up when there's no horse in the stable. It's true. I wish. There's a Venmo link down below. Cathartic. Was it cathartic? I'm not even sure if it was or not. I don't know. Embiid needs to shave his head. Nick Nurse does too. Oh, man, the standing know it's going to happen. It's over, Todd. The show is over. Embiid's potential success is over. It was a great show. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. As always, I do truly appreciate each and every one of you. This gets me through the day. And thinking about tomorrow will get me through today. Phil is cheap. I never said I wasn't cheap. I'm not cheap. I spend, baby. I'm thrifty, okay? I count my pennies. I spend, baby. Anyway, with that being said, guys, it's time to wrap this shebang up, guys. Back to Eagles talk tomorrow. Eagles Super Bowl bound talk tomorrow. Jalen Hurts MVP talk tomorrow. Nick Sirianni talk tomorrow. That's what I got a Twitter thread going on FBeard to Knowledge. Most underrated Eagles so far this year thread. We're going to continue that tomorrow as well on this show. But with that being said, guys, thank you very much for a very entertaining, interesting morning. Got to get to work. Got to make the dough. So go Birds. The Sixers are not made for this. Bubbles up to y'all.
Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 julep. Pop, 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 julep. Pop,